coming up tonight on Middle Tennessee News. It was family weekend here at MTSU for our first home game of the season, and MTSU will be honoring a music icon.
MTN traveled to Antioch, Tennessee for a special news report. All those stories plus your local weather and sports. Middle Tennessee News starts right now.
Good evening, I'm Noah Brady.
And I'm Kara Fullington. Welcome to Middle Tennessee News.
The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation has added a new suspect to its most wanted list this week. Ronald Spence Jr. is currently on the run from Chattanooga's police department. Spence is wanted on multiple charges including attempted first-degree murder and aggravated domestic assault. There is a reward of $2,500 for his capture, so be on the lookout. If you think you have any information, call 1-800-TBI-FIND.
Murfreesboro Fire and Rescue Department responded to a call near Old Fort Parkway. On Friday the 17th, around 9 p.m., a gas tank exploded, which resulted in a car fire in front of Farmer's Restaurant. Ladder 4 and Engine 9 from Murfreesboro Fire Department crew used water to put the fire out. There was gasoline burning across the parking lot, so the crew had to use firefighting foam to put the excess fire out. There were no injuries reported at the scene and no other cars were affected. The explosion did not harm any businesses nearby.
MTSU is set to honor a music icon later this week. The Center for Popular Music at MTSU is planning to honor a music trailblazer. The program is organizing a celebration for music icon Lydia Lunch on September 19th and 20th. The ceremony will start at 7:30 p.m. with a screening of the 2019 documentary about Miss Lunch, followed by a Q&A session. Then an award ceremony and live performance will be held on Tuesday the 20th at 7:30 that night. All of this is to honor that legacy of Lunch that she created and her public image. Both events are free and open to all who wish to attend.
Local officers have graduated from Police Academy. Last Thursday, 2 Mount Juliet police officers graduated from the East Tennessee Regional Law Enforcement Academy in Morris, Tennessee. Mount Juliet newest officers Felicia Machado and Sammy Roller both grew up in Lebanon, Tennessee. They graduated alongside 49 other law enforcement officers across the state. At the graduation ceremony for the class 125 at Walters State Community College.
A Laverne man has been connected to an internet crime against children operation in Florida. The TBI arrested a Laverne individual after his connection with crimes against children in Florida. The man being charged with these crimes was identified as Laverne resident Chasen White. White has been connected to an inappropriate chat with a minor who turned out to be a Florida sheriff instead. This information was then sent to the TBI and Rutherford County officials. White was arrested Tuesday and put into Rutherford County's jail where he is being charged with soliciting a child for unlawful sexual conduct.
Rutherford County School Board Education has approved something big. The board has approved a pay increase for certified and non-certified substitute teachers. With the increase, non-certified substitute teachers will be paid $100 a day, while the certified substitute teachers will be paid $120 a day. There will be an extra $15 added of pay opportunities for Monday through Friday.
September 17th was a big weekend for MTSU. The weekend of September 16th through the 18th was family weekend for MTSU students here on campus. On Friday, there was a Blue Zoo Bash that was carnival themed. There were rides, plenty of food, and lots of fun. Families got to come on campus for the long-awaited home football game versus Tennessee State University last Saturday. During the game, freshmen got the chance to run across the field for the MTSU Freshman Run.
Get your pens out because Middle Tennessee Writers Conference is almost here. This year's conference theme is Truth or Dare, writing beyond the boundaries of forum, genre, tough topics, and taboo. The kickoff celebration will be this Friday at Oakland Park Pavilion at 427 Robert Street. Co-sponsor Poetry, Try in the Borough will present writer Lynn LePay, conference presenter Christy J. Collier, and will also allow a few open mic presentations. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. and readings start at 7. This event is free and open to the public. The conference of 9 speakers will take place the following day, Saturday the 24th, from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on campus.
And now Sarah Ottman joins us with our first look at the weather. Sarah, what do you got for us?
Well, I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend and enjoyed the warm weather at MTSU's first home game. We're going to continue with the heat this week with temperatures throughout our mid-state cities in the high 80s and Mount Juliet even reaching into the low 90s. Lows are staying in the high 60s and humidity is ranging through the 50s. Conditions today in our covered cities are mostly sunny with little to no chance of rain or cloud cover. Be sure to stick around because after the break, I'll have our evening forecast and our 5-day forecast.
Still ahead on Middle Tennessee News, Dr. Larry Burris joins us with his weekly media commentary. MTSU alumni are awarded on their excellence, and there's a free music festival in Tullahoma this weekend. That's all coming up next on Middle Tennessee News.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back,
This
and
is
now we
Fan
have
Book
Dr.
Week,
Larry
but since book
commentary.
This is Banned Book Week, but since books are made of words, perhaps we need to also take a look at banned words. After all, if you ban words, pretty soon books will, by default, also be prohibited. Here are just some of the words some people and organizations have recently tried to ban: dinosaur, home computer, hurricane, birthday, dancing, all forms of religious holidays including Christmas, Yom Kippur, and Ramadan, and politics. Why are these words banned? Because apparently they might upset some of the children who see them. They might also be so-called trigger words that might also upset some overly sensitive people. So let me see if I understand this. Some people expect schools to teach history and social studies and do it without mentioning the word politics. And they are somehow going to teach about weather and not mention the word hurricanes. Of course, every one of the words on these lists are routinely found in books, literature, and newspapers. So maybe the people who dreamed up this idea are going to ban books, literature, and newspapers from the schools as well. Speaking of books, we all know lots of books that have been banned, including dictionaries, which by their very nature are loaded with offensive words. But now we have entire lists of apparently innocuous words that have been declared off limits. Once again, we have political correctness run amok. So let's see what else we should ban. Perhaps everything dealing with cars, because some people can't afford them, and they cause pollution. We shouldn't teach English, because it might offend immigrants. We probably need to completely leave out history, because I can't think of anything historical that doesn't offend someone. So here's a thought. Maybe we should have students write 500-word essays and give a prize to the one who coherently uses the most banned words. I'm Larry Burris.
Welcome back, and thank you, Dr. Burris. We look forward to next week's media commentary.
Each year, MTSU recognizes alumni who best represent the university. The Distinguished Alumni Award is an award given to the alumnus who best represents the university through excellence in their careers. The winner this year is Katie Vance. Katie is the Chief Creative Officer of Powell Architecture and Building Studio. The Young Alumni Achievement Award is being awarded to Grammy-nominated producer and songwriter Tay Keith. The Alumni Association will recognize the recipient at MTSU's homecoming on October 14th and the 15th.
If you like free coffee and entertainment, then you are in luck. On Thursday, September 22nd at 4:30 p.m., the English department will be holding an open mic cafe. This will be the first open mic cafe event of the year. It is free for everyone, and it will be held at Sam Ingram Building Center. There will be poetry, readings, music, story, and free coffee. Anyone is encouraged to participate to share your work. You will have 4 minutes to show off your stories, poems, or music.
MTSU is holding a suicide prevention presentation for all students. The suicide prevention presentation is being held on Wednesday, October the 5th in the Student Union Building from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. The presentation is hosted by award-winning, most sought-out speaker on mental health, Ross Sabot. The presentation would go over an honest, humorous, and educational approach to mental health issues. Sabot empowers people to take action and take charge of their mental health. The annual 41 A Music Festival is going down this weekend at Grider Stadium in Tullahoma, Tennessee. This event is completely free, and all proceeds will go to the Kiwanis Club Highland Rim Civic Organization. Tabbed for the lineup are local bands including Motley Inc., Utopia, Stagger Moon, and more. If you want to enjoy good music, good food, and a good time, be sure to check out the 41A Music Festival in Tullahoma this weekend.
Don't leave your leaves in your yard because the city of Murfreesboro will pick them up for you. On October 1st through January 31st, you can put your loose leaves on the curb for free pickup by the city. Murfreesboro Street and Solid Waste Departments will be working together with 5 vacuum trucks to clean up the leaves. Residents are asked to make sure their piles do not cover storm drains, do not contain limbs or foreign debris, that no vehicles are parked near the piles, and that the leaves are not under low power lines. If you prefer to bag your own leaves, biodegradable bags are mandatory. You can visit www.murfreesborotennessee.gov/solid waste for more information.
And now we're going to send it back over to Sarah Ottman, who joins us with what to expect for tonight's forecast.
Tonight's going to feel pretty toasty as our temperatures linger in the high 80s, with temperatures not beginning to cool down until around 9 p.m. when we finally drop back to the 70s. Humidity is staying high and will only continue to rise throughout the night, reaching into the 80s around 10 p.m. and then consistently rising as we sleep. Precipitation continues to stay in the 0 to 1% range throughout our surrounding cities, so we'll be safe from rainfall for now. Winds are also moderately low in the 5 to 10 mile per hour range. Stick around because after the break, I'll be back with your full 5-day forecast.
Still ahead on Middle Tennessee News, Sarah will join us once again with our full weather forecast, and Dylan Simmons is over in the MTN Sports Den. He'll have your full sports report from this weekend. Be sure to stick around.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Middle Tennessee News, and now Sarah Ottman joins us with our full weather report for today.
Welcome back, everybody, for our full 5-day forecast for the week here in Murfreesboro. Today, our high averaged out at about 89 degrees with minimal cloud cover and humidity rising from the 50s. Heading into tonight, we will have temperatures lowering to the mid-70s, but humidity rising to the 80s, keeping the temperatures feeling high. The rest of the week, we will continue to have warm, sunny weather with temperatures even entering the low 90s on Tuesday and Wednesday. So grab your swimsuits and soak up the summer weather while you still can. Thursday will drop back to the 80s with a low of 64, and humidity will still remain high throughout the day. Wind will also be a little stronger on Thursday, reaching 20 miles per hour. On Friday, we will have the lowest temperature of the week with a high of 75 and a low of 51. But we will still see sunny skies all day with little to no cloud cover and 0% chance of rain. Heading into the weekend, we will be having highs in the 80s with high cloud cover Saturday night and a 93% chance of rain on Sunday. Lows on Saturday will be in the 50s and on Sunday in the high 60s. Humidity is remaining high throughout the whole week, and for everyone out there struggling with allergy symptoms, you may want to stock up on medicine because the predicted risk of symptoms will remain in the high range, ragweed pollen being the worst offender. Enjoy the warmth this week and stay cool in the humidity, and don't forget your umbrella as we head into the weekend. Despite the rainy weather, considering getting involved in some of our local events here in Murfreesboro, including a fall festival this weekend off Armory Drive. For more information, check out and visit the rutherfordtn.com.
Thanks, Sarah. And on the other side of the break, Dylan Simmons is over in the MTN Sports Den. He'll have your full sports report, so stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Son, love is like the ocean. You have to tread the
Oh,
waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Jessica, will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Or maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S. And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids can help your children feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
My text to emoji ratio has gotten a little out of hand.
A little?
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Thanks, Noah. It was certainly an unforgettable weekend for MTSU sports. We will discuss all the latest from football, tennis, and more today. But first, we have a special report from Audrey Green, who has a first-hand look at the Rowdy Raiders of MTSU hockey. Audrey, take it away.
When you think of club sports or intramural sports in college, you may think of spike ball or flag football. You don't really think of hockey. But at Middle Tennessee State University, the hockey club has been around for years and is actually somewhat of a hidden gem, but not for long. Lyndon Palmer has been playing hockey since he was 4 years old.
I wasn't expecting to be playing club hockey, but I couldn't be more thankful of where I'm at now. I love all my teammates, love all the opportunities I get.
For Palmer, playing at the club level allows him to enjoy his favorite sport, but the disadvantage? Not being called a D1 athlete. However, Palmer thinks his sport is different from any other club.
I don't know, for us, I feel like we have a very good turnout to be a club sport. We have a bunch of frats there. I know ATO, Sigma Chi come and show us some support.
And it's not exactly a lower level, intramural level sport at all.
I would say our hockey games are just as competitive as the main sports, baseball, football, softball, soccer, all of that.
Not a lot of schools have a hockey team, so having this club at MTSU is rare. The games are physical, competitive, and a sight to see. The Raiders dropped their first game this season to Georgia Tech, one of their toughest conference opponents, but rallied back in the second face-off, ending in a tie with only 2 seconds left on the clock.
Can they make it go? 3 seconds. It does! It's in! It's a goal for the Blue Raiders! MTSU puts it in the back of the net with just 2 seconds left.
All the boys were excited. We played very well for about 50 minutes of that. We're just trying to fix those little kinks and get ready for Georgia.
That's right, Georgia, another tough opponent in a conference schedule filled with top-level Power 5 teams like Vandy, Florida State, Ole Miss, and many more.
Just living up every moment before I have to hang them up.
The Rowdy Raiders, too, hope to avoid hanging it up and make it once again into the postseason playoffs. In Antioch, Tennessee, Audrey Green, MTN Sports.
Thank you, Audrey, for that awesome content. It's always great to see what makes the Rowdy Raiders the team of spirit and heart that they are, and we cannot wait to follow them the rest of the year. As for the latest on Rowdy Raider hockey, they played Georgia this weekend, but were unfortunately unable to overcome the Bulldogs, as they suffered losses of 3-2 and 13-2, respectively. MT will look to respond this weekend against Kennesaw State. MTSU football had a homecoming fit for a high school king this past Saturday. The Blue Raiders made a statement worthy of Shakespeare himself as they imposed their will against Tennessee State by a score of 49-6. Chase Cunningham had another solid night with 216 yards and 2 touchdowns. But Frank Peason emerged as the star of the show with an emphatic 122 yards on the ground to go along with 3 rushing touchdowns. The defense was stout as well as they allowed less than 100 yards for Tiger passing and rushing. The dominance was so lopsided that the Blue Raiders looked like the greatest show on turf, as they had 6 consecutive touchdown possessions. MT did it all in front of a crowd of 22,227, the largest crowd at Red Floyd Stadium since September of 2017. MTSU is now sporting a 2-1 record and now begins preparations to head down to South Beach to play the number 25 Miami Hurricanes. This will be the last game before MTSU opens up with Conference USA play, marking it of critical importance. MTSU men's tennis has been embracing the grind as of late as they played in the Tennessee Hidden Duels Invitational over the weekend. The Blue Raiders traveled to Knoxville to face 3 ITA top 30 teams from last year in Tennessee, Columbia, and North Carolina. Several Raiders excelled, including the always reliable Francisco Rocha, as he defeated Alex Coten of Columbia, who currently sits as the number 10 player in the nation. Oscar Brostrom Poulsen impressed as well with a singles and doubles win against North Carolina on Sunday. Overall, MT played in a fashion that would make Roger Federer proud as they won several singles and a few doubles matchups against top teams, boding well for the upcoming 2023 season. Next up for the Blue Raiders, it's the Battle of the Beach coming this Friday. Noah, back to you.
Thank you so much. That's Dylan Simmons over in the MTN Sports Den. And wrapping up our show tonight, today is National Talk Like a Pirate Day. This holiday was inspired in 1995 by 2 mates just joking around. This holiday started small, but in 2002, Dave Barry became the spokesperson. With his attention on this joke between friends, it became its own national holiday.
To observe this holiday, you could polish up your pirate lingo or watch your favorite Pirates of the Caribbean movie, Anchors Away.
Thank you so much for joining us here on Middle Tennessee News. I'm Noah Brady, joined by Kira Fullington, Sarah Ottman, and Dylan Simmons.
If you missed this or any show, you can watch them on our website, middletennesseenews.net. Make sure to follow us on all social media sites as well, Facebook/Middle Tennessee News or at Middle TN News on Twitter and TikTok. We'll see you on Wednesday, September 21st for our next show.
Son, love is like the ocean. You have to tread the waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Jessica, will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autism.